What is up? What is up, guys? This is Mark with Mike, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Recycling Inc. I'm Mark with Mike. I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
What is going on? We got a lot of wrestling to cover. Yeah, just a lot of wrestling to cover. It's just getting more and more every week. For a time of COVID, we sure got a lot of wrestling.
Well, performers have found a way to do their craft safely, so.
And they're doing live shows. So a lot of people are doing live shows now. You saw the Joey Janela thing?
No, I did not. What
That
happened?
he lifted someone and ran like 50 yards.
Where?
I think it's GCW or whatever it's called.
Oh, that's his federation?
Yeah, he did. He also Brian Myers fought Brian Pillman Jr. and Heath Slater for the world title.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So who's the champ?
Pillman Jr. won it.
He's the Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. So there was a match. I think it was Joey Janela. He lifted the dude on the shoulders and he ran the 50-yard line. And he was like, "Tony Khan, put me in the Jaguars."
Really? All right. That is a deceptively resilient dude then to to carry anybody.
And they
You mean he was on the 1 and he went to 50?
Yeah, well, the ring, I think, was on the 50-yard line. So he ran to the end zone.
He went from the 50 to the end zone.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Because what they did with the live show was, it was, I think, a college yard or something like that, or a high school yard. They put the ring in the middle, and then they had people 6 feet apart from each other in their groups.
Okay.
So it had a crowd.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good, but I'm still surprised about 50 yards. That's a hell of a thing with a person on your back.
Yeah,
You kidding me?
I'm trying to find it. I think I sent it to Josh. Let me see. So you can see it real fast. Yeah, I sent it to Josh.
That's some good stuff.
I sent it on Instagram. Well,
So where do they
it probably
broadcast?
wasn't 50 yards. It was probably like 25 yards. That's
You
still a
heard?
lot.
Yeah, where do they broadcast from? Like, what's their? They have like a little
I
setup
don't
or a
know.
studio or something.
It's more of a live shows and stuff like that. I'm not sure if they actually do recordings or not.
So what is it? It's just camp. You have to be there to see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless someone
Alright.
like recorded it and put it on YouTube like they just did here.
So but they don't have a setup where they put it on, or like they have like a pay per
Not that
view
I know
system or
of.
anything.
Yeah, not that I know
Oh,
of.
like okay. Gotcha.
You could probably look them up on YouTube.
I would hope so.
It's Warriors of Wrestling. That's what the federation was called.
All right. So
It's in Chicago.
Now I'm interested.
It was in Chicago.
I didn't know about it.
Yeah. Kylie Ray won a belt there too.
Mm-hmm.
I think she had Tessa Blanchard's first match back in the U.S. that day.
Okay.
Yeah, she won the belt from Tessa.
So wait, she was that federation's champion,
Yeah.
or did they just start up and then she was the champ?
No, she had the belt. It's just that this is their first, I think, show back.
God
with
damn, how many
crowd.
belts she got?
I don't know, but she had it.
How many belts does Tessa Blanchard have? Jeez.
She had that one at least.
All right.
But yeah, that was pretty funny. We got Clash of Champions coming to September 27th. We kind of have some of those matches already kind of being built, like the Orton Drew McIntyre part 2.
Okay.
I have a feeling it might go into a triple threat. We'll see.
And who are you gonna see in there?
I think Keith Lee is gonna find a way in there.
Already. Damn.
Yeah.
That's fast. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So because Monday Night Raw, we're actually gonna get Drew McIntyre going 1-on-1 with Keith Lee.
Mm-hmm. I
This
did
week.
see that.
Yeah.
But that's no belt, right?
No bell on the line.
Okay.
So it's gonna be interesting if they do that.
Hell yeah. He just got there right to the top. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Let me try to find. Oh, okay, here it goes. I guess we could go into the week of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You got Monday Night Raw. Started off with Randy Orton and his promo, which you had a crazy Drew McIntyre coming with a flying kick to the face, and he called him 3 times throughout the night. Revenge.
Listen, you can't just do it to a grown, crazy Scott. No. He has a name.
Yeah.
You cannot do that to a Scottish psychopath and expect nothing to happen. So
3 times. I
What you
feel like he
think,
needed a
Randy?
pair of boots to be doing it though.
What you think, Randy?
So they both gonna be loopy for their match.
I mean, it looks that way, doesn't it? That's
So
crazy.
my only gripe with this whole thing is how did Drew McIntyre steal an ambulance and not be arrested?
You know what I'm saying? Did he take the one that he was in and keep it for that long? That's crazy.
Like
That's
he stood in there for a week just to come.
Listen, in the WWE universe, anything can happen, right?
Yeah, I did not like that. I thought that was kind of cheesy. But
Man.
other than that, the kick to the face was pretty cool. The rivalry's starting off strong, so I'm all for that.
True.
We got the beginning storylines of Cedric Alexander, and then the Hurt Business defeats Apollo Crews, Ricochet, and Cedric Alexander. With the help of Cedric, he threw Ricochet to the wall.
Yeah, he spun him. I mean,
Yeah.
Ricochet spun himself, but you was just saying that looked awesome.
I dug it. I was thinking it was gonna be Ricochet because they was taking too long with Cedric, so I kind of gave up on him.
You know, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
I felt like they just took too long to build the storyline when they could have did it like maybe 2 weeks ago and been perfectly fine.
But you know, you saying something that sounds very familiar, and that's
Yeah.
pretty much what WWE's been doing for a good long time now.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like they just drag certain things on far
Yeah.
too long.
Yeah. Like you drag it on to a point that people don't care. So then when it actually happens, people don't respond to it because people don't care because you could have done it like maybe this could have been done 2 weeks ago and been perfectly fine.
I agree.
Yeah. Or
I agree.
even at the pay-per-view.
This we could say the same thing when we talk about Friday, but like with Alexa Bliss, I feel like as happy as I am,
Yeah.
why didn't that happen?
Yeah.
Yo, we had 2 pay-per-views
Exactly.
for something that come. Yeah, so you know
Yeah,
what I
2
mean.
pay-per-views back to back. So you
Yeah,
could have did
you
something in
understand.
one of them.
Yeah, so that's a lot of my frustration with a lot of their storylines right now.
Yeah.
And so, even though what you're saying is true, I'm just happy it actually happened. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
True.
maybe soon we'll get an official payoff for Retribution. You think so? They talking now.
Hope so.
They're talking now.
Oh man, that was a. So
I'm just saying.
I know I kind of got the people that were talking.
You could hear Dijakovic with the filter.
You could also
I'm
hear
sorry.
Mercedes Martinez in the filter
What? I didn't even notice.
because after
That's
like she was the
interesting.
first one to talk,
Mm-hmm.
and after the promo on NXT, I was like, that was Mercedes Martinez.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
'cause
even think it was her.
Because the voice had that her sound, like it sounded like her. It was just dubbed.
So I mean, but do you think is still this thing where they'll just
I think they're
bodies
adjusting
until they
numbers.
have a person to put behind every outfit?
Well, it makes sense with Mercedes Martinez because when we go into NXT, that's her last match in NXT. She fired Robert Stone and all that shit.
Okay. All right.
So, and she lost a big match on NXT.
Yeah. that's
So
true. That was a
usually,
great
when you
match.
lose a big match like that, it usually is a farewell kind of thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, I don't know. We'll see. We got another tag team match of Street Profits and Andrade and Angel Garza.
This one had a lot more story to it
Yeah.
because Garza was just a full-on asshole.
Yep.
So what do you think? Is that it? Is it over?
I feel like they need to do something with it because they're dragging the again. This is something else that's getting dragged too long, and it's getting to a point how many times Street Profits fought them in the last month?
Agreed.
Probably almost every Monday, right?
Agreed.
Almost every
So much
Monday.
so that Montez Ford had to take a vacation,
Yeah.
and then he comes back and he's still fighting them.
Yeah.
So
So
yes.
it's getting to a point that do what you're gonna do with them. If not, let it go and separate them. But I feel Andrade should be at a higher. I think Andrade should be in the main event level. With
I think so
Selena.
as well. I
And
mean, we both know
Yeah.
that he has history with the current champion. I'm just saying.
Exactly, and that's an easy payoff. And you also have Zelina has the voice. Why is Zelina not in center stage with her promos and stuff like that? It's probably one of the best promos on Monday Night Raw, and you're not
Yeah,
utilizing
yeah.
her. You should utilize her. You should make her GM or something. If you're not going to use her with Andrade to be a main event caliber kind of thing, use her as a GM. Use her as a main focal point because
You're
she's
right.
good.
You're right. Don't waste it because again, we were just talking about uh things that go on and when they can be executed sooner.
Yeah,
But remember a few months ago when she was all the talk and all the rage when she stood up on the table and she
yeah,
was doing her damn thing,
yeah,
and they could have did something really big then
yeah. They could have.
because that was when the eyes were on her 100%,
And she had a trio, but they all lost every single week.
and then it's just here we are.
Yeah.
So
So they got to do something with them. But it looks like they're going to do something with the tag titles. I'm hoping they unify them. We've been talking about this for many years, that they should unify the tag titles. We talked about this maybe twice last year. We talked about this maybe 2 years ago from this. It's just like there's a lack of, there's not a lack of tag teams. There's just a lack of use of tag teams. There are tag teams. You just don't use them correctly.
they don't use a lot of things correctly though.
Yeah. So Cesaro Nakamura come out and they challenge the Street Profits for. So it looks like they're going to be building that match until to Classic Champion. It's going to be tag team versus champion, tag team champion versus champion match.
I hope it's good. I like everybody involved.
Yeah.
I'm actually liking more the personification of Cesaro now. We
Yes.
know who he is. We know what type of champion he is. The things he will not stand for.
Yeah.
You know, like on Monday they had more characters time. Like okay, good.
You know what?
And then they had even on SmackDown more character time.
You know
'cause
you
Street
should
Profits
check
came
out
so-
the Talking Smack last week,
Okay.
because Cesaro got a lot of mic time and he was actually really good.
That's what I'm saying. Tony's got something to say. I'm just saying.
Big Tony's getting pissed, and he's the king of tag teams.
I mean, isn't he at this point? Where's
I'm
his
just-
crown?
Well, I'm just saying, between him and Kane, I think they have the most tag team championships with different partners.
Okay.
Because Kane, as well, he won it with like 6 different characters, 6 different partners.
Yeah, this is true.
He won it with Taker.
Although I will say, one of the people because of me not watching at the time did
Yeah.
not see Team Hell No.
That's something you miss. I think that's something you would have loved. Because that's when Daniel Bryan finally broke out his shell too as a character, because he wasn't that much of a character before then.
Okay.
So that really let him go to be a full wrestling character and have people believe in him and things like that. And I think just the chemistry between him and Kane and how they just made each other laugh. I think most of their promos, they were trying to one-up each other and make each other laugh more than anything. But they're both professionals. They always keep their straight face.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds really interesting.
Scott Steiner don't like that, though.
Oh Lord.
Big booty
no.
daddy. But yeah, so Cesaro's is in that line of, I think he has a tag team title with 4 different partners. Or 3. It was Tyson Kidd.
Alright.
No, Tyson Kidd, Sheamus, and Nakamura. So 3.
That's one I need to see. And because I hear so many great things about Tyson Kidd.
I will say
But I've never seen him wrestle.
watch New Day's first tag team championship.
Okay.
That's
Around what time period would you?
I think that was SummerSlam.
Like what year?
SummerSlam. So they've been together for 6 years. So the SummerSlam 6 years ago.
Okay. All right. So that's 2014.
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the matches. But Tyson Kidd and Cesaro were an amazing tag team, and they were getting over. They were getting cheered. They were getting so it was kind of a bait and a switch too, because I think in the beginning of that storyline, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd were the heels, and the New Day were the forced babyface. By the end of that rivalry, the New Day were full heel, and they were allowed to be full heel, and Tyson Kidd and Cesaro became the babyfaces because people were cheering for them. And then you also had Natty beating the shit out of Xavier Woods sometimes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Hey.
So I'll send you some of the stuff. They have some really good matches though. But yeah, I dug that. I'm actually hopefully they unify it. If they could unify it, I think that would work good. It's the same thing kind of way of the women's tag team titles. The fact that it could work out any show. The only difference is the tag team titles have to work on Raw and SmackDown. Won't work in NXT.
I mean, that could be a good idea, but I also think what would fix a lot of things is if they had people, uh, just giving some of the people like they're doing with Cesaro and Nakamura
Yeah.
more freedom to express themselves, give them more time to express them. Because there's a lot of staleness, man.
I feel like
I think SmackDown's the only division, and we constantly bring it up, is because of who they are. It's because of the talent.
Yeah.
And they let them do stuff on that show, man. They're letting more people do
and it's weird
be themselves.
It's weird because it's the same people.
I know.
So it's like two different animals. I
think the trust is there. You think
Yeah,
like I'm sure we all know certain people are really good, right? People on Raw are very, very good. Like Drew, Randy, I get that. And that's probably why they're in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Being themselves. So that's not surprising. But it's like they just trust everybody on SmackDown
But
and
then
just do what you do.
If you really look at like the divisions, also like the tag team division on SmackDown is New Day and Usos. Those are two of the most veteran tag teams there,
but they haven't been there for a good minute. They broke up New Day for not broke up, but people got hurt.
Yeah,
Kofi's gone. This is like week 3 of Big E.
Yeah,
Usos been gone for a minute.
And then
but they've still managed that entire scene though has been able to still be entertaining.
Yeah, because now you have Otis and Tucker with the Miz and Morrison.
Yeah, and I will say credit to Lucha House Party
and Lucha House Party, which it looks like they're gonna break them up too.
I would just like them to go through a thing, not really break up. I like the Kalisto being a dick.
Yeah.
And that's a character for him, and he's not like the best.
Yeah.
So I would like Cedric.
Yeah.
Give him time to develop with something new. And I think they shouldn't break him up. They should just keep him as a group with this one guy that's like, man, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
But he wins though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my boy. He's a jerk.
You know what I would do to just get light on the tag team division, just to get the tag team division rolling after this. If they unify the tag titles, what I'll do instead of like a King of the Ring tournament, do a tag team King of the Ring tournament, and the winners fight the WWE tag team unified tag team champions. So you could highlight. So Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, you're highlighting the best of the best of your tag team division. Just so we could know what the tag team divisions are and who are fighting for the tag titles now, because we really don't know.
That's true.
So like besides us knowing him, because we watch every freaking week, we know who's there, but we don't know who's actually a tag team. Sometimes y'all just match people like, hey, you have blue tights, you're going to tag team tonight. So I would like to see something to showcase the tag teams. Without having the tag team titles involved, have that as a goal.
But the other thing I do want that they're letting them do on SmackDown, and that they're doing on Raw with only the same people, is the personality between each member of the tag team. So the thing is, why do I care about certain tag teams? Is because I care about the people who are in the tag team, but also because you get to see a lot of these two guys are willing to cooperate.
Yeah.
And they talk and they do certain things together. And Cesaro and Sheamus are like the number one example of, hey, if you let them do it, hey, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
But on Raw, we only have 3 tag teams, because Ivar and whatchamacallit now are.
Well, one's hurt. One's out.
One of them is hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's just like. They ran them into the ground, dude.
Yeah.
Instead of just giving us like little moments of letting the Street Profits do their thing, and so you know what I'm saying? Like they had to find a way to let these guys be themselves, but also give us a reason to give a crap.
Yeah.
Because this WWE is not just, again, if I just want to watch dudes in a ring, there's plenty of other places I could do that.
Yeah.
So I need them to be entertaining as well.
See, this is the thing that you could do. Like I said, if they unify the tag titles, have a tournament with all tag teams. So the tag teams from everywhere. Have NXT tag teams in this tournament as well. So have Undisputed Era in it. Have Breezango in it. Have Imperium in it. Have your best of the best. Showcase them. Have them have like 20-minute matches. Let them show why WWE should be looked at for their tag team divisions, because honestly, it's not. Unless you have big the New Day and Usos being one-on-one, that's the only one I could say right now that you could main event that and be perfectly fine.
I think Miz and Morrison can be main event against certain people.
But you don't see them as a tag team. You see them as separate individuals in the tag team.
I do.
As in New Day is a straight tag team.
Hey, that's not fair. I see them as a tag team.
Yeah.
They and I'll tell you why. It's because of that thing I just mentioned, where they show the two guys hanging out together, doing all types of dastardly deeds. Again, not to what we watched this week.
Yeah.
You know, they had a little distraction in the
yeah.
Miz is a grown-ass man. How you gonna steal somebody's lunchbox? Just, come on. But anyway, they're allowed to do so much like work together that you give a damn about them together.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
That's why I feel like there's a dynamic there that, and again, I understand they have a history, but I wasn't watching that.
Yeah.
So I didn't see the original Dirt Sheet. I don't really get that nostalgia for them.
Yeah.
But damn it if I don't love The Miz, and damn it if Morrison isn't the most agile man on the planet.
But it also gets you wanting to see the history of them because you're actually getting into them.
Yeah, and that's my point is like, no, you could get two guys that generally are thought of as very good singles guys, but when you give them time, you could turn me.
Yeah. But again, I just want their tag teams to be shined because I feel like they have the talent to easily do it. And again, we're lacking on the tag team division right now.
Yeah, because it's got to stop being the same people.
Yeah.
The rotation's got to change.
Yeah. And then we got another match. Oh, we had so let's get back into Raw because we kind of lost track, and that's a good point. The tag team division needs to be looked at. Peyton Royce defeats Billy Kay. I was really sad.
Yeah, me too. I appreciate that they got new entries and stuff. I like Billy Kay's better. I'm just saying.
Me too. I thought Billy Kay's was better. I think she's gonna get moved to SmackDown.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
I think it would be good for her too. Because it gives her a fresh start, new character, and I think they could use a character like her because she's actually a full character.
That's true.
Because the news on Raw, Mandy Rose just got traded to Raw.
I saw, and she was like, "What?"
Yeah. But I like the fact that it was part of the storyline that Miz fucking was the one who was behind this shit.
Oh, really?
So look at her letter. She yells at fucking Miz and Morrison being jerks and shit, and they're the ones that were behind it.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay.
So Asuka and Mickey James.
You see what I'm saying though? Oh, yeah. Come on, Miz and Morrison putting in extra work.
Asuka, Mickey James defeat Nadia and Lana. That actually wasn't a bad match.
I thought so too. Again, they're good when you give them a chance to do something, but they still got to work on like the behind when they're in front of the camera. It's kind of the one note.
Yeah.
Well, especially with Lana. Why is she always angry and whining?
Yeah, she's always angry. I do like the fact that we're getting Mickey James Asuka this Monday. I think this is gonna be a hell of a match. I like the fact that it's someone different, so go Mickey.
Yes, definitely.
We got another view of the new Hurt Business with Cedric wearing Killmonger in this outfit.
I mean, yeah.
Versus Ricochet, Apollo, and the Viking Raiders.
Yes, sir.
It was good. It was a good match. Too bad one of the Viking Raiders did get hurt. He did the X because he got hurt.
I have to say, because of this injury, I learned more about him. That was Ivar.
Yeah.
And I learned that his real name is Todd Smith.
Yep.
And I understand the joke now behind Ladies Love Ivar.
Yeah.
Because Todd Smith is also the same name as LL Cool J. So
there you go.
That's amazing. I'm surprised they did that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I did the match. It was good. It was a good way to bring Aleister Alexander into the group.
Mm-hmm. It was done well.
Yeah, so I'll give him credit. Randy Orton defeats Keith Lee by DQ because he got the second kick to the face.
Damn.
I did like the fact that Keith Lee had issues with Drew McIntyre interfering. I like the fact that he said something about it and didn't just let it slide. I was fine with that. So him getting the DQ, I was fine with that.
I agree as well. And it just it's who he is, his character, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Kevin Owens, Alex Black brawled and got their hands handed to them by Batatua.
Mm-hmm.
Or Daba
Daba
Kato.
His name
is Batatua. It's easier.
So what do you think? Is this finally going to be like the debut of certain people now? Cause
yeah, I think Batatua is going to be... He works good as a big guy, so I think it's time for him to actually start showing up.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him work with KO.
He was in that Main Event movie, so like he has shine.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
He's like the main villain of that movie.
All right.
I've seen him in Evolve. He has some great matches in Evolve. He works really good for a big guy. He can move. He could take bumps. He reminds me a lot of the Big Show, like early day Big Show.
Really? Wow. That's a compliment. I'm just saying.
Like he could drop kick. He could do a lot of that stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Ruby Riott Riott Squad defeats Shayna Baszler in a 2-on-1 handicap match.
I kind of like the story that they're doing between them and how it backfired.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too upset.
Yeah, me either. Retribution sent a message to WWE.
Finally said something. They could have just sent the email.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I feel like I don't like it. I was just like, yo, dude. I was like, you guys got rules now. Your guy has a sign, so y'all not that Retribution.
I have a problem with the message though, because it's people will point out it sounds like they're kind of coming from the perspective of people who were let go.
Yeah.
And like to make a storyline out of that is like, damn dog, let the wounds heal.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how to feel about that. That's just like
I feel like they gotta evolve it more. I don't like the way he's looking right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But I mean, at least they're speaking.
Yeah.
So that's one thing, right?
Yep. Drew McIntyre hit him the third time, in that fake prompt ring that they use for interviews, which it doesn't have give. So you heard him land straight on Carlwood.
Poor guy. Damn.
Why you gotta do Randy like that?
I know.
Not like he did it to you. Assholes. Anyway. Dominic defeats Murphy. Murphy should get a trophy for this match.
Yes, he should. I agree 100%.
Not only did he give him an amazing match and sold everything perfectly, he took a beating from the whole family, and one of them whacked him right in the mouth.
Wow. Was it the mom?
It was the sister.
Oh, damn.
Because after she hit him, she was like, oh, shit, sorry.
You know what? You know what it was for? It's because the last time they introduced her, they didn't even say her name.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was like, damn, son. They did her dirty.
Yeah. Like, Aaliyah has, like, Mysterio's face, which is kind of weird.
Oh, she's
pretty, though. She's pretty.
She
has his face, though. She has Ray's face.
I say handsome.
She's a handsome.
What do you
face.
say? She's a pretty young woman, I guess. Yeah.
No, she's very pretty. Yeah, they beat the shit out of Murphy, and Murphy took it like a champ, and Murphy sold him extremely well. I agree with you with the whole punching thing. Mm-hmm. Murphy's a big ass dude compared to you, and you're about maybe $160 compared to Murphy's like 230. I know Murphy had to gain weight because he got bigger, so I'm like. There's something off. Like I can't believe you punching him in the early stages of this match and him affecting him. Maybe in the later parts, but not the early parts.
You're right. Work on them leg kicks. Ray does it. Why can't you?
Yeah, match was good though.
Yes, I agree.
Match was really good.
That was probably like one of the best matches on the show, to be honest, because it was like they sold me on the unbelievable, right?
Yeah. I believe in Dominic. I think Dominic could be a really strong baby face, especially built correctly and not shoved down people's throats. He
Hmm.
could do a good baby face run. Like he could be that baby face. I just feel like he needs to build a little bit muscle tone. Just the fact that he looks awkward when he's fighting a dude that looks twice his size.
You're right.
And Rey Mysterio, as much as he's small, he's brolic as shit.
Yes, this is true.
Like so, he's like Wolverine muscle
Yeah,
kind of shit. So
basically.
like, I feel like you need to pack some, at least some physical muscle. So it makes it look believable. Because right now, all I see is like a 15-year-old fighting a 30-year-old man, and that's not cool. And but the match was good. And Buddy Murphy deserves a trophy. Like, Murphy after this match deserves a push because he did his best to sell the shit out of this kid.
I agree.
Like,
And he got slapped in the head by a grown ass man. Just
yeah,
saying.
because Murphy, there's a lot of times that Dominic almost slipped and Murphy caught his ass. So, I watched. I watched that match twice just because I caught a couple things and I'm like, yeah, dude, Murphy saved his ass a few times.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But that's what he's there for. Like when you're wrestling someone, that's what you're there for. You are gonna save each other in that sense. But yeah, good Raw. I think it was solid stories go all around. I think they're building a good clash. I think there's some title matches I'm actually interested in seeing. The tag team, if they unify the tag titles there, I'm all for that. The world title match is getting interesting. Adding Keith Lee to the mix, I'm actually very intrigued and see where that goes. Because Keith Lee could easily be one of your biggest baby faces if you book him right, and you're working with one of the best heels with Randy Orton. I think he could do it.
Yes, I agree 100%.
Yeah, there was some good stuff. Cedric finally going into her business. I was fine with that because it was about time. Yeah, good Raw. A B plus.
Yeah, I give it a B plus.
Um,
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna just be more honest. I give it an A minus because I really like the Cedric thing, and it felt like a little bit more of this was an episode of Raw in motion. It was like a lot of stuff was happening.
yeah.
So I kind of got to give you props
No,
on that.
I'll agree with you. I'll give it an A minus. It's
So,
tipping in that A area. I
mhm.
guess we go into SmackDown next. I did watch Impact. Impact was a solid show. Really good storylines between Eric Young and Eddie Edwards. The most professional wrestler beats Willie Mack for a kick to the
Okay.
balls and a even flow DDT.
Wow. Okay.
I'm loving Brian Myers. I'm loving Brian Myers and Impact. I think I honestly I would say Impact is my secondary right now to what I watch with NXT and WWE. Like I
Okay.
enjoy Impact more than AEW.
Gotcha.
Stories are more simplified. Women's division is kicking ass. The tag team division is kicking ass. The X division is very interesting because TJP is gonna fight for the title right now. There's a lot of
Okay.
good things going on in Impact,
Good. Good to hear.
and motherfuckers are teleporting into rings. So they want me there. They don't take each. I think the fact that Impact don't take itself seriously, I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what's really working for them.
Okay.
They take the
Nice.
matches they need to be. They take the matches that need to be serious and put serious like thought into it, but then there's
Yes.
also this area of the impossible, and they fuck with that and they have fun doing it. There's a little Lucha Underground in there.
Okay.
That's why I like it because they do some crazy shit. Going to NXT. NXT was, I think this was the NXT going back into a S rank.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy. I
Um,
got what I wanted.
I have to say, and I'm gonna say straight up, Rhea Ripley versus Mercedes Martinez, I think stole the match of the week for me. As much as I love Cole and Balor, and that was a hell of a match, yo, Rhea and Mercedes beat the shit out of each other in that ring.
Yeah, and it was just entertaining to watch. And
Yeah,
they, I think that was probably Mercedes Martinez's best match
yeah,
in NXT because I think that's like an environment she probably excels at.
yeah,
So, like everything those two girls did in there was just like on point.
yeah,
It like nothing took me out of it. Because I will admit as much as I love the main event, I mean not the main event, that was the main event,
The first match.
the first match. There was actually something I didn't like about it,
Yeah, what was it?
and it was the kicking out of people's finishes again, and it's like,
Yeah.
it was like, and then the calling out of it as well. That nobody kicks out of the coup de grace. I'm like, damn it, nobody should, and that should have been the end of the match.
Something I will say, and something I will understand, is like, say for instance, he catches the coup de grace early in the match. I understand the kick out.
Yeah. When nobody's taking any damage, yes,
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
And I feel
It
like
makes
that's
sense.
something that's lost.
You know, somebody did that. Yo, you just brought that up, but you say that again. That brings me back to when Bailey got caught by Nikki Cross,
Yeah.
and that was like what, last month. So yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
Like, I feel like if it's early in the match and you hit a finisher, there's a chance of someone getting out. Because even in a video game, if you catch a finisher, it doesn't mean you're going to get the win.
Exactly.
Yes. The match was really good. I like when Balor goes technician. I think he should do that more, because when he goes technician, he like, I think one of my favorite matches this year of Balor was with Thatcher.
Yeah, I agree as well.
And
that was probably one of my favorite matches, period, this year. Shit.
Yeah, so I think him working the leg. I think Balor needs a submission mode.
He doesn't have one at all. Like, he's never.
No,
Really?
I think Balor is in need of a submission move.
I would agree with that 100%.
Maybe
What
like the
type of move would
scorpion,
it
maybe
be?
like a version of a scorpion deathlock or some shit. Like maybe what Edge used to do, something
I think
that similar.
I think he needs something different.
Because he does
I think-
leg locks. He does a lot of leg. He goes for the leg, and he goes a lot of leg locks. So it would be something within the leg.
He could do everything. That's
Yeah.
technically Finn Balor could do everything.
Yeah,
'cause
I would like to see him develop a submission move.
I agree.
I think he did one. I think he should do something in Japan. I forgot what it was. But I like the Cole Balor match. Again, I think they go too far. This is where wrestling kind of, if it doesn't intrigue me because I like the guys, this is where you throw me off, is the crazy kickouts. And I understand you're trying to make this a pay-per-view or takeover kind of match, but then if you're gonna do this and trying to get me involved with this match, take off the damn commercials. The commercials killed this match for me.
You're right.
Because this is supposed to be a takeover match.
Yep.
Yo, pay for the no commercials for this match, because
Yes.
everyone wants to see this match.
I agree.
Really good match. I'm happy Balor got the title.
Me too.
The 19
That was my
and the 16 DDT from the top rope was pretty sick.
That was cool.
And I like the
I love the battle scars.
Yeah. I like the wolf. They did the too sweet in the back. They were the better
saw
man
that.
kind of thing.
But,
Let's see where that goes.
freaking
Let's see where.
Balor looked like Bruce Lee at the end of Game of Death.
Yeah.
At the end of this match, so they went hard. So
Good match. One of my favorite matches. Things that could be fixed, but I think what stole my match of the week was Rhea Ripley and Mercedes Martinez. You had Velveteen Dream defeat Atheist, the Adonis, and
he was Jehudi Miles. I remember him.
yeah,
Come on.
they changed his name. He's the Adonis.
And they had a thing with him on 205. Like, they were looked like they were going to give him some shine. So.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's getting started. He's gonna get started and get used more in 205.
Oh, so he's still there. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Kushida come in and wreck
Oh, yeah.
Velveteen Dream. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, that's crazy. He was trying to kill that man.
Bronson Reed defeats Austin Theory. This was actually a really good match as well.
Yep. Welcome back. First
Yes.
match back.
Roger Strong defeats Killian Dane, and then Jake Maverick comes for the save, and then he gets punched in the face.
He didn't ask for your help.
And then main event,
Also,
Rhea Ripley.
I'll have to remind you, no Kyle O'Reilly.
No Kyle O'Reilly.
So that was the thing. Like, I'm noticing that subtle change with the Undisputed Era still going on.
Yeah.
So it's consistent.
We're gonna see. Rhea Ripley defeats Mercedes Martinez in a steel cage match. Probably one of the best, I'll say the best women's steel cage matches I have seen.
I mean, it might be the best one. I mean, wasn't Rhea Ripley involved in like everybody's
War
other
games.
favorite technically cage match? Was it like the war games she was in?
Yeah.
Because I don't know, man.
This was close because this was a 1-on-1. The War Games is just fucking. Well, it was like
I know,
2-on-4.
but it was still amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, she's the queen of the king now. I mean, the queen of the cage now.
Yes, she is.
So there you
Go
go.
get your title back.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Fight to win a cage. There you go.
NXT, it gets her S rank to me. Like it was a really, really, really good show.
And they had some funny stuff with. Was that well? Then again, you have to remind me. What was the part with where they tried to steal? They tried to steal the tank.
They tried to steal Shanti's tank.
That was this past week, right?
Yeah.
And then they had that happen, and then they had the hilarious thing with Io got pissed off.
Yeah.
And then they beat up Aaliyah in the ring.
Yeah. And then Shanti took the belt. And then we're gonna get a build up for Shanti versus Io Shirai.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, yeah, this was a good episode. That was a good show.
Yes. I didn't get to watch 205. I never get to watch 205. But I know Kendrick fought Adonis and lost.
Okay. Really?
Oh no, Adonis lost.
Oh, real? Okay.
You had Ever Rise versus a tag team. They actually finally won.
Really?
And what? Jake Wilde and Raul Mendoza defeat Orny Larkin and Danny Burch. There's awfully a lot of tag team matches in 205 without a tag belt.
That's crazy.
Just saying.
Okay.
Just saying.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. What else we got? I guess we go into SmackDown because I have it up, and then we go into AEW. SmackDown was a solid show as well. We had Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles, ends in a no contest because the real Intercontinental Champion was not in the ring.
Oh my goodness! I'm so happy to see Sammy back, and I'm actually digging this.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a hell of a match if they did a triple threat at Clash.
You know what I gotta say that Sami Zayn makes me aware of is that normal clothes on these dudes, it belies just how giant they are. Sami Zayn, it has to be. I don't know what he looks like in person, but he has to be a giant man.
He's like 6 foot.
When he wears regular clothes, he just looks like a regular dude. But when you see him stand next to AJ and freaking Jeff Hardy, you're like, oh no, he looks like he's exactly the same like stature as them. Like
he's like, I think he's Jeff Hardy's height.
Okay.
He's 6'1", 6'2".
But they're both 200 plus pounds, and they really don't look it.
And AJ's 5'8", 5'9".
He's over 200 too.
Yeah. Really good match. I'm actually just looking forward to see where they go with this. Mm-hmm. Then we had Lucha House Party defeat Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro, with the Street Profits having a party in the back, taking over their championship lounge.
I mean, do what they gotta do.
So they crossed the line. They hijacked their lounge. That's
they
bullshit.
Had a party and they drank all the champagne and pissed Shinsuke off.
Damn right. Shinsuke is gonna destroy y'all. You don't know what he could do.
But I'm just saying. See, I like this entire thing though. It's giving them something to do. It's Street Profits are having something to do with somebody else.
Yeah. And
we're getting some character stuff with Shinsuke and Cesaro. Oh.
And then we had a no more contendership match. Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss, Tamina, and Lacey Evans in a 4-way. We finally see the shades of Twisted Bliss, I guess we're going to call her.
I got to stop you before you get too far. I'm mad as hell. Where the hell was Tamina's entrance? Shame.
Lacey got an entrance.
Yeah, I know Lacey got a little soldier with the 3D woman. I see you. Where the hell was Tamina's entrance? She gotta have a 3D person too. I don't know what she's gonna be doing. Maybe it's that personality of hers. Remember when she had the glasses?
Yeah.
It's just like, who's that?
Yeah. So. She didn't get it. But we got the Twisted Bliss little storyline going. She did the Sister Abigail to Nikki Cross outside the ring.
And she left. She peaced out.
Mm-hmm.
She could have won. Remember, the match was for number 1 contendership.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. She was not interested.
And but Nikki Cross found a way and got the win. Good for her.
I mean, I hope she wins because I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
At some point, that girl has been through hell and has had no belts ever.
Yeah. Well,
I
she has
mean,
one.
oh, excuse me, no singles. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
There you
She
go.
was yes. I mean, shades of something great to come if they do give her the belt and her and Alexa
Yeah.
have a good.
I feel
I'm just
that Bailey does not need to carry the belt right now. Like she could. Honestly, I'm fine with her keeping the belt because I think she's been a hell of a run. But you could have someone cost her the belt.
I'm gonna call foul on Bailey this episode. Her promo was kind of weak.
Yeah.
Just saying. This week, this was probably the worst promo Bailey's had.
Oh,
It
well.
was just like, yeah, but you sound more typical, more like scripted and generic than she sounded like this entire time.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it just sounded boring. It was just
Yeah.
it was like, wow, this is whack.
Otis defeats John Morrison, and then Miz hijacks his lunchbox.
Yes, like a dastardly evil man. Where's his twirly mustache? How dare you?
And then figures out that he didn't have the lunchbox.
Nope.
That Otis he still had the contract.
Apple Core.
Yep.
Dude, I love how Morrison just kept eye
Just
contact with
stared at
Apple Core the whole time. Oh,
man.
man.
That
So
was
then Miz
good.
called in a favor.
Yeah.
So then we see what he did. So
Yeah. Manny Rose would be debuting on Raw this week.
yes. So
Roman Reigns and Jey Uso defeat Sheamus and King Corbin. Roman Reigns comes in like the last 5 minutes of the match. Pretty much did what his shirt says, wreck things and win.
that's it. I mean, I can't be mad if they win, right? But Oos can be pissed off. I'm just saying. How you gonna do me like that? So
Yeah.
we'll see.
It's
And
good.
then he looked at him dirty at the end too when he
Yeah.
held his hand up. Like what?
I'm interested to see where this goes. If it's gonna be a finger poke of death, finger poke of doom, or is it gonna be an actual match at Clash of the Champions?
I don't think it's gonna be as cut and dry. Like I don't think he's gonna turn on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it. I think it might be more of a collaboration thing. But like we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, Clash of Champions will be on the 27th, so we still have like 2 more weeks to go and see where this builds. AEW, I watched most of the show. There's a lot of things I just didn't like about the show. But we got our boy, Miro.
Yes, that was actually pretty funny.
He debuted as a
I
tag
didn't
team.
get the jokes beforehand.
Yeah.
I mean, why you gotta do Brian Pillman Jr. dirty on his birthday? I don't
Yeah.
know why you did that. But yes, we got the introduction of Miro.
Yes.
I love his. I like his theme. I know, and I get that he looked goofy. But if you again, shout outs to Miro on YouTube and Twitch. But there's a story behind why he had those clothes.
I'm just saying. Miro looked like he was gonna sell me a radio at 6th Avenue.
Yeah.
Miss Sony Guts.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Yo, why you gotta say that? I know exactly what you mean. Why you gotta say that?
Damn. I was like, dude. He had the chain and all too. And I'm like, damn, Miro, why? Happy to see him. I was telling, he's like, oh yeah, he's gonna have an impact. I was like, yo, he just got put in the same. He just got put in another tag team.
I did see the interview. I don't know if it was the catalyst, but I reposted. He had an interview with Ryback,
Yeah.
and you'd be a good fit there. And he was talking about he didn't. That was where he was also still on the no wrestling train. So
Yeah.
hey, listen, if he's happy, more power to him.
I'm all for
Right.
him. Let's see what they do. Hopefully they do better than Sean Spears, or it's a big balance. It's Brody Lee or Sean Spears. Ready to go.
I'm just saying, man, you gotta work on some stuff.
Man.
That's I still think, and this is kind of like where they're at with their stories and stuff, which aren't very engaging. Aside from Kenny and Hangman, I kind of dug the 2 promos with them.
Yeah.
I just like that Kenny was like, I'm done. He wasn't even mad.
Yeah.
But I will say AEW Dark this Tuesday was the better show.
Okay.
I'm liking the wrestlers I haven't seen before. I'm liking the new talent. I'm loving Taz and Excalibur, their dynamic on commentary, because it is not what it is on the main show, which is like you said, it's just too many good guys. It's just too
Yeah,
many play-by-play guys. You know what I'm saying? It's not when they have Taz, it's a better show. When they have Jericho, it's a better show.
yeah. Because you have
And
the guys to feed off of and talk shit and
Taz,
stuff like that.
Taz is a big fucking element, dude.
Yeah,
I will put that out there. Like he's a big element of why Dark is one of my favorite shows.
yeah.
Like to
I
replace any other way,
yeah,
because I'm sad as hell.
yeah,
Listen, but if I'm gonna pick up something on Tuesday, and I'm gonna try to make an effort to watch more Impact
yeah.
because I do want to support Brian Myers.
It's just hard to
and
get. Like you have to watch it on Twitch TV, and if you don't catch it on, then you don't get the replay. You have to actually start watching to get the replay.
okay.
So like it's a bitch to get, and that's my only gripe with Impact. I wish it was a bit easier. I wish I actually had the channel, but I don't. So, and I wished if the Impact Zone, the Impact Online thing, if they actually had the show live or even like the next day, I would get that too. But they don't have it.
Okay, gotcha.
They get it like a
Gotcha.
week later.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Even though like
But
Impact is all recorded, like they're done filming for until Bound for Glory.
But it's no, it's no excuse for me not to at least try to check them out. So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
so
Definitely.
I gotta make sure I do more of that. But
Yes.
like I was saying, just yeah,
Yeah,
Thunder's,
Tuesday on
I
Twitch.
think Tuesday been a better show than Wednesday.
Yeah. So AEW started off with Lucha Bros. Lucha Bros and they fought Jurassic Express. You get the typical shit with their matches. There's nothing that really surprises me off their matches anymore. The one thing that kind of threw me off and I kind of skipped the match afterwards is when Jungle Boy kicked out of the pile driver.
Yo, that fucking bugged me.
I was like,
That
I'm
that
done with this
bugged me.
match.
But then I stayed to see Phoenix once again almost kill himself.
Yeah.
He did like a set flip out of the ring, like a run, then flipped and corkscrew and was like upside down
Yeah.
until the very last second. I was like, Jesus, guy. So
Yeah. I skipped the match. After that, I was like, yeah, I have no interest in this
you
match
have to
no
see
more.
the end though. It
Yeah.
was the. I'm gonna just say, yeah, I understand when you say you hate those two guys in AEW. I mean, the Lucha Bros. I'm starting to agree with you.
Yeah.
Because the end of the match was a switcheroo into a Canadian destroyer.
Yeah.
So Jungle Boy moved out of the way, and Pentagon continued to jump on his brother and flip
Yeah.
and pile drive him. And I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. That's so stupid.
Yep.
So, dude, yeah, no.
I did like the Jake Roberts, Lance Archer
I thought it was cool.
promo. It was fine.
I like Jake. I like Jake's part of the promo. I don't know what that voice was that Lance Archer
Yeah.
sounded a little constipated. I'm just saying.
Matt Hardy came out saying that he had a special announcement. He's okay. He'll be back and back stronger. Whatever. He's still concussed, so he ain't gonna be wrestling.
Let me ask you how you feel about the situation, because we didn't really talk about the behind the scenes thing. Do you think they did the right thing or did the wrong thing?
They did the wrong
I
thing.
know. Yeah,
They were
I
wrong.
feel like
They were 100% wrong.
yeah.
Especially nowadays and how like concussions are being dealt with, especially in the vast of like football. WWE has probably the biggest and strongest concussion protocol now. Like you have to be out for like 3 months in order to even get checked.
Gotcha.
So concussions right now is a serious note, and it goes throughout all sports, all physical sports, or everything that once you have it, there's a lot of you get into like the suicidal mode and things like that, and that's not good. So you have to be checked. You have to be good, because that shit not only does it fucks with your head and your equilibrium, but it fucks with your head as well, like mentally.
Yes. Gotcha.
So like that, I think. And I don't like that Tony Khan, what he said was, like, I didn't like him presenting, like, oh, he's fine, he did this, he did that, when his wife is saying straight up that he's concussed.
Agreed.
Tony Khan should just shut the fuck up, to be honest with you.
Not a medical professional.
Exactly. And yeah. You would never have Vince McMahon saying someone's okay, in that sense. They'll have the news sources and things like that, but he would never come out and say, oh, he's okay, he's being checked.
You're right.
And that's the difference between the owners in that sense.
Hmm.
But Matt Hardy that match was really hard to watch because I knew for a fact he was out of it. Like you
Yeah,
saw his equilibrium not even there.
you're right.
He should have
He
just
just
did the
went
side
out.
effect.
At first, he was out.
Yeah,
Like, I'm just glad he was alive.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And that's not even to blame Sammy Guevara either, because Sammy Guevara tried his best to protect him, but there was only so much he could do as well.
Hmm.
So honestly, he should honestly I would have said it would have been more protected between them two if he would just did the side effect,
You're right.
because they both would have landed on their back and their heads are together. They're holding each other's heads.
You're right.
They probably bumped each other's head, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that was not cool. I think they should get some slack on that situation, that no one's really giving them the finger pointing like they will do WWE, but they should get a kind of a yo, don't do that again.
I just would love somebody to say, like, where's the medical professionals to come out and say, yeah,
Because to be
we
honest,
look at this and tell you something's bad just happened. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
to be honest, they said, oh, the medical professional checked on Matt Hardy, and the dude checked on him for like 2 seconds. There was no way in hell he could tell he could tell in 2 seconds. He was out of
gotcha.
it. Like you could tell just from far he was out of it. Like there was they should get a slap in the wrist for that shit. Like, yo, you have to really be careful with that. Concussions are a big factor. Look at Benoit. Like
You're right.
that's a straight up like thing. He had several concussions and kept going.
You're right.
And WWE
You're right.
got the backdraft of that shit.
This is true.
So yeah, you should get a little backlash as well because of that. Because yeah, that wasn't cool. Orange Cassidy fought the hybrids to Angelico. I like Angelico a lot, but he hasn't really been used. I think this is the first time back in America.
He was on Dark and he had a great match.
Yeah,
See, that's the thing.
like
Again, this was a
Angelico.
whack ass match. It was like 5 minutes.
Yeah, Angelico's
And
really
what
good.
is, and what is Orange Cassidy doing wrestling? Like
Uh,
that. Like, I feel like now they're trying to evolve his character
yeah,
without, like, too fast.
yeah,
Cause now he's having regular matches.
yeah.
He's like he's a sideshow attraction.
Yeah, that's the thing is like now you're trying to make him a serious character, but like now you're gonna see the lack of wrestling like knowledge in that sense, and it's like okay,
I don't even mean that. Like, I don't mean he's whack. I mean, it's like, okay,
he's not the gimmick no
it's
more.
one day he's a non-talking gimmick guy. I
Yeah,
understand, right? The next day I'm supposed to take him serious, and it's like that's not how it works.
yeah,
So they didn't build the serious. He just walked out to the ring and just had a match.
yeah,
No shenanigans beforehand or anything. It was
yeah.
like, all right, well, that's weird.
I like Angelico a lot. I wish they used him better. He was one of my favorites in Lucha Underground.
Was he like a main character, or he was just
Yeah,
like a guy
especially in
that?
the first 3 seasons, he was like the mid card character, but he had like this big rivalry with Son of Havoc, and then Ibeliz was with him. They were trio champions there. He did one of his signature things. He jumped off the balcony and kneed someone in the face.
Wow,
Yeah,
that
he did some
happens.
crazy shit.
That happens in Tekken. We saw that.
Yes,
I'm just gonna.
he actually did it. He showed realism of that move.
Exactly.
But yeah, definitely. Shit, you gotta watch Lucha Underground. That's the one you should watch.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta stop.
Because you're gonna.
Like,
What's gonna get you mad though is that you're gonna see all these guys that are in AEW and Lucha Underground, and they have such better characters in these shows.
yeah. I'm seeing that now, especially with the Lucha Brothers, though.
Yeah, and yeah, Angelico was pretty cool. Santana Ortiz jumped Cassidy, and then Trent Trout come for the save. Blah blah blah. Alex
I will
Martin.
point
Huh?
that this. I will point out two things for this because again I saw it. This seemed more normal than the match.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, your man beat him with what do you have? Soap in a sock?
Yeah.
That had me dying. I'm just saying, whenever those two show up on screen, the other, you said that's Ortiz?
Yeah, Ortiz is the one with the little one.
He's the one that always does something. He doesn't even have to talk or make faces.
Yeah.
He does something to make me laugh. That had me dying. And I just wanted to point out that this is the most normal that uh okay, there's Trent and there's
Chuck.
Chuck, right? This is the most normal that Chuck has looked, I think, as an adult. He
Yeah.
doesn't look like a funny child man. He looked like somebody's dad coming out there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, who is this adult? So I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah. See, this is the thing I was talking about with the tag teams. Yeah, they like people are like, oh, the tag teams are good, but what are they fighting for? None of them are going for the title. They're just in these rivalries that are going nowhere, and none of them are going to be ranked for the title.
You're right. They're having a parking lot match.
Yeah. So that is what it is. I do like Ortiz. Ortiz, you know who he mocks? Whose character is a hybrid of Cheech and Chong.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he does shit from like the Cheech and Chong movies and stuff like that. So like the little growl with the claws and shit.
I will point out that when they are being the elite, they're one of the best parts of the show.
Then you got Alvarez, Alex Malvarez getting kicked by the Young Bucks.
A little right, but it was like, what? Am I supposed to take that? Am I supposed to take that serious?
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Skip Saban announced his best man, which was Miro. We just talked about this. I did like the promo that he did, but it always has to be within WWE to make a promo. But whatever, it is what it is. And go Miro.
I will say credit is due. Somebody had to say it though.
Yeah.
About the brass ring thing.
Yeah.
I said it. I just like that. I don't care if it's real. I don't care if it's a metaphor. I get it. I'm just glad somebody said that.
Hangman Page had his interview with Tony Schiavone. Again, good story stuff. I guess they're gonna have Omega and him fight eventually, so at least it's building something with that.
Mm-hmm.
Jericho announces that him and Jack Hager are going for the tag titles, and they fought Joey Janela and the Concrete Rose, Sunny Kiss. They won. Jericho and Hangman. Hanger, I thought it would be Guevara being their tag team.
I think he's hurt.
Oh, okay, so.
Yes.
I don't care about I said Swagger done. MJF was at this campaign quarters. He pretty much fired everybody and then flipped at Warlow, and Warlow just quietly and just ran with it. They're gonna do something with that. You can see.
Yep.
AEW Tag Team Champions, they did like a little celebration with all the tag teams around the ring. I don't know why I would volunteer myself if I don't want to. If I want to fight these guys, why would I volunteer myself to come out for their celebration?
You're right. 100% right.
Yeah.
Say.
It shows that Jurassic Express are going for the tag titles, and that'll be probably their first opponents, which are they probably most likely will lose because they always lose the tag title matches.
I know, it's a damn shame.
Ricky Starks has a good cosplay promo towards Darby Allin.
Mm-hmm.
Nyla Rose defeats Tanya Conti, which wasn't that great of a match, and I just don't care. I like Tanya Conti.
You know what's the funny thing? I agree with that. Unfortunately, it wasn't that great of a match. The thing that makes me kind of like, why, is that the after the match stuff they did with Ty Conti and I believe it's Anna Jay.
Yeah.
From Dark Order was actually more compelling than the match.
Yeah, 100%. Like you got more story off of that, and I like Conti, but she had potential, but she again you gotta see it.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't see it. You clearly didn't see it here.
This is true.
Tony Khan fines Nick and Matt Jackson $5,000 each for kicking out Alex Marvarez. I feel like he deserved it, so I don't think he should pay.
I would just point out somebody pointed it out to me, so they find themselves $5,000. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Tony Khan is over them, so he can find them.
I'm just joking, but you know how it is.
Yeah, like I'm gonna give you 5,000, you give me 5,000, and we covered. And then Moxie had a great promo against for Lance Archer. I like Moxley's title run. As a lot of people don't like his title run, I like the aggressiveness. I like the just like how much he will destroy you in the ring kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he lets you do what you want to do, but once you're in the ring with him, he's gonna destroy you.
Because I like it because it's different.
Yeah,
It's not the era where everybody's doing that anymore.
yeah.
You know,
And
it's
I like that. I
first.
like Moxie's promos. His promos feel real. They feel real and they feel like it's gonna be a fight.
I like how you said, like he had a moment of like, damn it, I'm fighting Lance Archer.
Yeah. He's like, this is gonna hurt, but I won't fuck you up anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the main event was Brody Lee versus Dustin Rhodes. I was disappointed with this match because I didn't want it to be a match. I wanted it to be a devastation.
I understand 100%. I will give credit. It was a good match, right?
Yeah.
But in context of who they're presenting us with, yeah, what you says makes way more sense.
So my issue with this, and this, I'm gonna say this because this also happened in a commercial right before this match, and they pissed me off. And I was like, where the fuck is the story then? So right after the show, they announced that Cody Rhodes gonna be a guest on this TV show.
Oh, somebody mentioned that it looked
That
hilarious.
pissed me off.
Hilarious.
I was like, isn't he supposed to be home injured and shit? Why are you going to things? Sell your fucking injury. Not be seen at all. And
No, okay, so you know why it was even more hilarious? The moment before that, his brother is battered on the floor.
yeah,
And then they go to this thing of him announcing the show. Now, if it's not in storyline,
yeah,
this is the most unintentionally hilarious thing that I've seen in a
yeah,
while. Because it's like, oh, he doesn't give a damn.
yeah.
Okay.
But and then also, like, I understand you want to Dustin main eventing on Dynamite. It's a good thing. Him and Brody Lee, they're WWE talent that finally are getting used as a headline. My thing is, you're telling me a story that Brody Lee
Is a monster.
destroyed Cody Rhodes, the undefeated TNT champion. He destroyed him. No
Again,
offense.
what you said.
Yeah,
You said they have no big men. But they really have no big men.
yeah,
Because, right, well, they only have one now, seems that they have because of Lance Archer, but
yeah,
they just took the title, like they took that away from Brody Lee. Because, like, yes, he should be a monster destroying everyone.
yeah.
He's huge, and he's definitely like
It's
a leader,
believable.
championship material. He's all that stuff. But again, he's a giant man, and we presented him just demolishing the former champion. Come on,
Yes.
was that?
With no offense. Every
Yeah.
offense, like any offense that Cody did not hurt him. He kept going.
You-
So
Okay, I'm just gonna put this out there, and I know what I think this is, and it's kind of one of my problems with wrestling in general,
yeah,
is that sometimes it is better to just give us a story match when you're doing the story. This is like the thing that fans get tired of when you get like the Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, super. Everybody's on, 5 max. There's a time and a place for that, and when you're telling the story of who these people are, and I think they fail.
yeah,
I think Brody Lee should be told. His story should be told of him being a destroyer.
yeah.
And this is the first misstep, I think.
I feel like, again, like in the beginning, yeah, 100%. Like Cody, Dustin catching him off guard and just going straight out with the attack, but that should not last long.
Yeah.
After that, it should be a beatdown.
You're right.
It should be.
He had a match with a regular ass member of the Dark Order. That's
Yeah.
what it felt like. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it should be a beatdown, and it should be relentless and no get fucks about. Like, he keeps getting him up and lariating him. Like, lariat his ass 3 times.
You're right. You're right.
Like, go for the 2 count, go for the count, and like pick his ass up because you're not done yet.
Yeah.
That's the shit I want to see. I want to see Brody Lee like that. Like, that's the shit that if you want to build a monster like what you did with Cody, that's what I expect every match until someone could weaken him.
Yeah. Definitely.
And they failed on that with me. I was a little disappointed with it. It was a good match. Like, if I look outside the storyline, it was a good match, 100%.
Yes.
As I look into the storyline and how I'm trying to invest into a Cody Rhodes storyline, as much as I don't like Cody Rhodes, and I've mentioned this many times on the show, you're getting me invested, and now I'm losing my interest because you're doing shit like that.
Yeah, they're pulling you out. Like I think the best analogy for it would be if this was your first time tuning in,
Yeah.
you just saw a great wrestling match.
Yeah.
But if you were a viewer from week to week, and you knew what was going on, you'd be like, "What?
Yeah.
Well, that's odd." So, yeah.
My
But
other thing is the other thing is with that is just damn, I forgot my train of thought. Um, when you're going into that kind of scenario, I was talking to Minion Opinion. He was like, "Oh, you should watch Being the Elite because you would get more off the Dark Order." I'm like, why should I have to go out of my way to find something to explain the storylines when you have a show, you have a lot of time, and you could easily you put every other thing in the video and the package and things like that, but when it comes to actual storyline into the Dark Order, yeah, I don't show it.
that's the number one thing that's wrong with the Dark Order, really,
Yeah,
is you don't get the dynamic between them. All you
yeah,
see is him yelling at them, pointing fingers, and telling them to
yeah,
go places, but you don't actually see like the and I hate to say it, the day to days of the Dark Order.
yeah,
You don't get to see what the meetings are like. Like,
yeah.
there's a lot of things you miss out, and I think that should be a part of the show.
And I think they're failing on that. Like I was telling Minion, I was like, I understand that they do it on a different show and like that, but if
They
I'm
curse
not
a lot.
watching it,
I will point out they would have to alter it immensely because
yeah,
they specifically them
yeah.
curse a lot. Well,
So
the Dark Order doesn't curse. Brody Lee says fuck at a minimum of like 10 times per
they
episode.
could beep it out.
It would be funny if they beat it out. I think it
They
would
could beep it out. Like it would be like pre-recorded stuff anyway.
yeah. You know what? You bring up a good point.
Yeah.
Is that comedic timing with beeps is actually can make things funny. I'm just saying. So,
Yeah, because you don't know exactly what they're saying, so you could make your own curses in those little blank spots.
yeah, yeah. That's a good idea.
That's my only thing. Like that's my little gripe with it.
Hire him, Tony. He's
Yeah,
got good ideas.
yeah. I recommend watching Talking Smack. The last 2 weeks they actually had some good interviews. I like that Xavier Woods is giving people time to really talk
Nice.
because he's
Nice.
asking the good questions and they have to explain themselves. And I think he did that great with Cesaro and gave Cesaro a good platform to just talk, and he sounded good. I recommend seeing that. I like the Talking Smack. I don't like Talking Raw that much because I don't like Charlie Caruso that much. I like
Ah,
R-Truth, but Caruso kind of doesn't do it for me. She's too robotic for me.
okay, I was gonna say, yeah, man. How you gonna just that show? You got R-Truth, man.
But Charlie's like, if it was Renee Young and R-Truth, 100% I'll watch that.
I get you. Yeah.
Renee Young
No.
was more a character. She had more personality, and I think Kayla also has more of a personality.
Mhm.
Charlie's pretty much like a ESPN like drone. She has no
She's awesome,
personality.
but for a different reason. I
Yeah.
get you.
Because even when she tries to joke, it doesn't seem like a joke. It's like really off. Like she was saying that she's like half 24/7 champion, and the joke was just the joke just didn't land it. It was just like
Oh,
silence.
oh, Charlie.
So yeah, I just have I don't think she doesn't have. I would like to see more personality out of her,
She needs to hang around the New Day more.
right?
Yep.
Because Kayla did, and look what happened.
Yeah,
Brandy
yeah,
Rhodes
and
did.
look at
Look what
Renee.
happened.
Come on.
Yeah.
New Day does everybody better. Come
I
on.
know. I remember Brandy Rhodes. You stole our shirt. Why are you stealing our merch? Did you pay for that?
Oh,
Yo,
man.
I'll recommend finding on
Cool.
YouTube anytime New Day just harassed the announcer.
Okay.
It's hilarious. Anyone. You could pick anyone. They did something with someone.
Oh, I will say shout out because he put it out there this past week. The merch
Yeah.
the new storefront, and the new shirts.
Oh, yes. I'm excited.
Down.
I'm about to spend like about $100 in there.
Oh, shucky.
Yeah. I like the old school looking one with the big up. I think Xavier was wearing it, the black
Yeah.
shirt.
hmm
I like the hoodies. I like the left right shit.
See, they didn't get their spotlight on the commercial though. I
Yeah.
will say that.
Yeah.
I need to get a left right piece of merch.
Yeah. But they're all on there. They all like representing, and I like the Street Fighter thing they have for them.
Yes.
They show everyone that appears on the show and stuff like that, and everyone gets love. But everyone is like promoting the shirts and stuff like that too, which is really cool. And yeah. Last but not least, there's a little clarity into what they're doing with the third party thing.
Okay, cool.
WWE is trying to incorporate everyone together into doing it. So they want to invest in it and also have them keep their personalities, but keep their wrestling personas out of it and have their real personas to brand themselves as well.
So they want to have basically a network of the superstars under the umbrella to do their different individual things, but hey, it's branded.
Yeah.
So they're
kind of like the podcast that they do.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Like After the Bell and whatnot.
After the Bell, New Day Pod, and then soon to be Alexa Bliss. Uncool with Alexa Bliss.
I saw the promo pictures, which is actually pretty funny. So I hope it's a good show.
I hope Xavier's on it. I would like to hear from Xavier.
So what, it's supposed to be basically moments of their life when they were all uncool?
Yeah, like she talks to a bunch of celebrities. Like I think Miz is the first episode, to be honest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I think that's about it.
Okay.
Oh, the podcast we listen to Major Wrestling for your podcast. Vic Joseph was on After the Bell.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, you know what I heard? I heard the Chris Van Vliet with what is her name? Is it McKay?
Oh, Billy McKay.
What's
Billy
her first
Kay.
name? They say her first name.
Jay McKay.
Jay McKay. Yeah, I thought I was making it up, and I wanted to get it right, but it is Jay McKay.
Yes, follow her YouTube channel. It's actually quite entertaining.
Yes, that was actually a very good interview.
Yeah,
like she's such a personable person, and like just listening to all the details she had. I remember hearing her talk before. I forgot with who, but like she's really funny.
I love her stuff with Xavier with the New Day. Like Xavier Woods. She was on the Superstar Save Point. She was also playing bowling with them and smack Biggie in the butt, and he would run around the whole bowling alley to roll the ball.
And she tells a lot of things about she bought a house and whatnot.
Yeah.
And she said like she had a theater because she needed it because she wants to play games and watch movies on that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, why not? Listen, I can imagine how cheap buying a house is for a WWE superstar right now.
Damn right. But she was good. That was a good interview. I would listen to the dude, the political dude. He was actually a runner up for president. Alvin Chain, I think.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
the Asian guy recently, right?
He kind of called out Vince McMahon for being greedy and like not letting them do what they did. I understand. He has good points. Like wrestlers should have a union. They should be able to. If WWE wants to control all this, then you have to give the wrestler some benefits as well.
Yeah, I get you because basically they're all signing up everything.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's a very interesting interview. Definitely check it out. New Day did their second part of the movie, Best Action Movie one.
I'm not finished with it. I went back and listened to the other one because I didn't hear it before.
Yeah,
that is amazing. I love Doo Dan.
Yeah,
because I know him from Giant Bomb. So,
yeah. He did the first
funny.
one with them too. They did I forgot. Oh, the TV shows. They did one of the TV shows.
They nominated the greatest television show of all time, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I love how Big E says, "I'll blank that out."
But yeah, that was really good as well. After the Bell with Vic Joseph was actually a really interesting cast as well.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, they had some good stuff. Definitely check everything out. I listened to the Eddie Kingston one with Jericho. That was interesting.
Okay. I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, it was last Friday.
Okay, good stuff.
So, and then he has Thunder Rosa on too. I think it was on Friday's cast. Thunder Rosa's on there.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
I think Miro's next week.
Really? Wow.
You know he get those interviews right when they sign.
This is true.
All right, I guess we'll wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. I'm Mark the Mike. That's the Beans. Follow us on all our social medias. We're on Facebook, the Wrestling Babble page, and the Red Cyclo Inc. Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube. Twitch, and SoundCloud. All Merc with the Mic. Follow Red Cyclone Inc. on everything.
Anything and anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That's YouTube, SoundCloud as well, where you can hear the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. We have Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and WordPress. Check it out. And the Facebook group.
Yep. Yeah. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Those sandwiches.
And fuck Michael Cole.
6 feet back.
6 feet back.